Good evening, everyone. First thing you'll notice, there's no Dave tonight. Unfortunately, Dave's got a family matter to deal with, so he's not able to join us. So you're stuck with just me to start with. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Rocky and myself did. As you can see, Rocky did have some presents, and I'll put that little video of him opening his present. It was the second most watched short of the week. Good evening, French Vondeladic. Ramon. Hope you're well. It's just a little bit different than this week. There's no hatches, matches, and dispatches. I will be giving out the result of last week's Battle Royale. The poll is already up for this week's. We have got Simon's Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band against Turnip's Returns, the Sleepy Jackson. So and that's one is a bird, one is a spider. So that's all coming up. Good evening, Richard. Hope you're well. So what I'm going to do first is, yes, I did have a great Christmas. Good health and all that. I've got some black stuff. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get it out of the way. I'm going to do what's on next week. And you'll notice some differences. So let's add the thing to the stage, which is not happening. You see, I'm all fiddled up here, so just bear with me while I do this. See, when you deal with it on your own, it does make a difference. Right, let's go into that. As you can see, it's already a little bit different. So just got to go into that and do that. So this is what's going to happen next week. So we're starting on Monday, as we always do. And as you can see, different thumbnails already, different colours, and a picture of yours truly. We're going to start off with a heavy metal band called Bodine. And didn't make many records, but pretty good. And classic album next week. We're going to start in January, looking at those classic albums that have been forgotten about. We're going to start off with Little Feat's Dixie Chicken. So that is a Monday. Tuesday, we're going to do the Velvet Underground album ranking, which I'm looking forward to. And then retro ranking. We're going to start off the year with a bit of jazz from the wonderful Dave Brubeck. Top 10 songs of Brubeck. Then we go to part 5 of the Steve Hillage story. Now, this is probably the most difficult and well out of my comfort zone to do. He was with his partner, Martinique. They formed System 7, which is a sort of dance trancey band. So we'll be looking at their albums. Thursday is a Battle Royale, and this is against Ralph, Boston by Boston, and Rob Walker's Stone Roses. Pick a Mix is the camera view. We're going to have a look at Alan Parsons and a brilliant concert that he did in Tel Aviv called One Note Symphony. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Friday, we have got live album ranking, and we're going to do the wonderful Renaissance, doing them, and then we've got a one-off album, the Ray Vaughan Brothers, Family Style. Next Saturday, Richard and I doing our first collaboration of the year, and we're going to look at those first number ones of the new year, top 10, and then we've got a birthday, and it's my mate Tony's birthday on Sunday. So we did his UK last year, so we're going to be doing the American for him. So I'll just hit that button, come out of there, and do that, and get rid of that. So that's got rid of that. So hope that went all right. I hope everyone's saying Yes, if Paul Sal said that Velvet Underground come up, it did come up. What have we got for you tonight? I've actually got a bit of a quiz for everybody. So let's get some people up. And we're going to be looking at the year 1973 as well. So I did have one good Christmas present. I'll show you that now. I've got some albums to show for the year. Oh, when I opened up one of my presents, I had, oh yes, a little bit of Wings Over America, which is an absolutely brilliant album. Great picture that is. The band and the late Denny Lane there, Linda McCartney and Paul. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. Should be getting the new record deck tomorrow. Let's get someone else up. Good evening, Richard.
Good evening, Ian. How are you today? How's your Christmas?
Yeah, I had a great Christmas.
And so did I.
And did you just see what Santa Claus brought me?
Oh, you got Wings Over America.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Is that
new deck tomorrow, so guess what's going on?
That's a very, very good live album, so it is.
It is.
What about the head today after the cocktails? You see,
Here are the
cheers.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good,
I don't know. The message this morning was a bit.
How hot did you go with the Indian?
No, I don't go very hot because I get as I'm getting older, I have to take 6 bottles of Galveston when I get Galveston when I go. It's terrible. Anyway, did you have any albums or music for Christmas?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No record presents at all this year. The best present I got was an air fryer.
Oh, they're all right. There's nothing wrong with some air fryers. I think Rocky did well. They got lots of bags of chews and yeah. I'll put up the little video of it opening up, as you know, and people like it. And someone gave it a dislike.
Oh, don't worry about that. I get them all the time.
So I went, how dare you?
No, I wouldn't even bother.
Someone else put their 6 pence, and all of a sudden that dislike went to a like. So someone had a conscience.
Now, some people actually do hit dislike by mistake, because I've had a dislike that's changed to a like before, but it doesn't bother me. No. As long as they hit the button, if they hit the button whether it's dislike or like, it's good for your channel.
Yeah. But thank you for the 300 odd of you that actually like what he was opening. Yeah, Pulsar got the new Rolling Stones album for Christmas.
That's a brilliant album.
Good album. Yes, I am doing a little quiz tonight. It's just going to be album covers, and I've blurred them all up.
Good, right. Okay.
You see, I've not got Dave with me tonight because he's got a family problem, so he's not able to join us tonight, which is unfortunate. But I did speak to him today. He's fine. He's just got some stuff to deal with. So,
well, whenever you start showing the 1973 albums, I don't have albums. I have singles. All picture sleeves, but all picture sleeves.
Good evening, Ramon, and hope you had a good Christmas.
Yeah, good evening, yeah. Good evening, Richard. Right? Yeah, very, very good, yeah. No snow, but very good.
Yes, you've not been on with Richard, but I'm sure you've watched Richard. You know what we've been up to.
I think I'm sure I already yeah, the 10 question
right,
addressed.
I'll do mine first. Now there's some people to watch, so I'm going to make myself big. I haven't got my producer tonight, so let's make myself up. So I've got loads for 73, so I had to cut it down. So I've just showed there's ones that people will show, but we're going to start off 1973 for a little bit of Très Ombre from the boys from Texas, which has got Waiting on the Bus, and it's got LaGrange on here. So this is the album that come off in 1973. What a good album. That is my favourite ZZ Top album. And of course, one of the best rock debuts came out in 1973.
Fantastic album.
Oh, yeah.
It is
Absolutely
a fantastic album. And it is an original. This is a look. You can see it's battered and worn. It is definitely a original. Guillaume plays drums on here. It's not Roger Taylor.
It's Roger Meadows Taylor.
Yes.
And it's Deacon John. Did you notice that? It's not John Deacon.
Deacon John as well, yes. And he's talking about Queen. I thoroughly enjoyed you, James's 6-inch pianist's Hot Space. Very informative, and I had a lot of fun watching it, even though, as you know, it's not my favourite album. Talking of favourite albums, my favourite Genesis album came out in 1970. Selling England by the Pound. Wonderful album. Birth of Fifths on here. Cinema Show. Dance with the Moonlit Night. Some of the best songs I ever wrote. And we had a bonus in 73. The first live Genesis album.
Oh, yeah.
Which has got the best version of the musical box and the knife on it. Absolutely fab dabby dozy. Guess what else came out in 1973? No, Richard will know. See if we can guess what's coming up.
Oh, David Bowie. Yeah.
Yes.
That's insane.
Absolutely brilliant album. The Genie's on this, Drive-In Saturday. Some classic songs. Watch the Man, Aladdin Sane, 1913, 19 to 19, whatever. Great album. Oh, so many great albums came out in 73. That was about, of course, the finest album by Mike Oldfield, The Wonderful Tubular Bells. Brilliant stuff. Deep Purple gave us another album. Oops, upside down. Who do we think we are? Which has got Woman in Tokyo, Rat Bat Blue, and Our Lady. Of course, it's not a repress, it's the genuine article. Band from Scotland brought out an album. Razamanaz. Alcatraz on here. Woke Up This Morning. Bad Boy. Some great songs on that. On the Philips label. And I think everyone will show this is showing stuff tonight. So I'll just briefly say some album by Pink Floyd come out as well. A little bit of Dark Side of the Moon.
What is the name of that? It's The Dark Side of the Moon or Dark Side of the Moon? I can never remember. It's one or the other.
Shall we have a look what it says on the label?
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. The Dark Side of the Moon.
The Dark Side of the Moon.
The Dark Side of the Moon.
Medicine Head had an album called Dark Side of the Moon then, which meant they had to put a in front of it or some band. There you go. So
there we are. There's a bit from 1973. I could have thought there was loads, but I don't want to so everyone else can say there's some. So we'll put the thing up so I know Mike's in the house. So I think Aladdin Sane, probably one of my favourite Bowie albums.
A question for you, Ian. Look at the dates at the end of Aladdin Sane and work out what they mean. If you look at the title track, it goes 1913, 1938, 1970 with a question mark. What do you think it means?
I've never known. You know, don't you?
Oh, well, 1913 was the year before the First World War. 1938 was the year before the Second World War. So he was predicting a Third World War in the 1970s.
Didn't look at it like that. It's a good bit of information.
There you go.
There we go. Did you know that, Ramon?
No, didn't know.
There you go. Mr. McCook is a man of knowledge when it comes to Bowie.
I know. Yeah.
A man of useless information.
No, it's not. It's not useful. It's not useless. It's always nice to know.
Yeah. So, have you got any albums to show today?
Myself?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We'll do this, and then when everyone else, if anyone else comes in,
Yeah.
we'll make you big. It's all yours.
So I will start off with an American band. This is no, this is not prog. This is a heavy blue psychedelic rock. This is a band from Cleveland, Ohio, Granicus. Sounds a bit like Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin. The singer has a same voice like Geddy Lee, Robert Plant ish. So this is a reissue, 1973. This is Granicus. Fantastic record. The one and only Elton John.
Brilliant album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
double
brilliant.
album. Yeah, all that amazing song he had. Benny and the Jets, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and a lot of classics. This is a UK press I found recently. Not sure if it's the very first pressing. Maybe you can help.
It's an early pressing anyway because it went on to the yellow label.
Yeah, that's that.
Okay.
That's early pressing. You're right there, Richard.
I was told it was one of the early pressing. I'm not sure it was one of the first. This is Vangelis, film score, composer. This was a TV series, I think, in the 70s, and he made a lot of tunes like La Petite Fille de la Mer, for instance.
That's one of my favourite pieces of music by Vangelis. It's beautiful.
It's very
piece of music.
Yeah, and he was very close to the prog bands. As you know, he collaborated with John Anderson, and he was supposed to replace Rick Wakeman right after Tales of Topographic Ocean, but it was didn't succeed. First Queen album, and I'm very lucky because I didn't pay that much for a copy, and it's a promo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was very lucky. I found maybe 2 months ago, and I didn't pay that much. It's really sounds amazing. Power Trio Project, Beck, Bogart, Appice.
Oh, what a great album that
What
is.
a great album, yeah. Also released in 1973, very blues, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And this is something you can also find for less than 50 quid, just to mention. The next one is a Happy Accident. This is how these people created heavy metal. Montrose. Sammy Hagar, one of the band, the next Van Halen singer. It's simply beautiful. Simply, it's a classic. Now, an American band, Grand Funk Railroad.
One of my favorite American bands.
Yeah, we are an American band. This is the first one produced by Todd Rundgren. And I think
where's Stevie when you want him? Oh my god.
Steve, yeah. This is a clear orange vinyl copy.
Nice.
Really cool. Next one, we are back in the UK with Budgie. Really cool. Can we call that hard rock or heavy metal?
I'd call it sort of heavy blues rock.
Heavy blues rock, yeah. One of the early pressing on MCA Records.
Yeah, great band.
Back to my favorite genre, prog, progressive music. This is a Brain Salad Surgery, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Probably very much experimental when compared to Trilogy or Tarkus. I think one of my last favorite album when it comes to Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I already showed, I think, last month, because I just found the copy of the copy in Bristol on my trip to the UK. So one of the early pressing as well. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Ian, you already showed that one, but this is also one of my favorite album. Sound a bit more modern when compared to Foxtrot, I would say, probably because the ARP pro soloist Tony Banks included in his arsenal the way Steve Hackett was experimenting with guitar, with his guitar, and Simply Beautiful First of Fifth, a cinema show. Absolutely amazing. One of my other favorite prog band, double album. This is the first one with Alan White, the last one with Rick Wakeman. And not my favorite. I prefer Close to the Edge, but it's interesting. The thematic they had back in days.
Yeah, do you know I've never listened to that all the way through from start to finish? I can't.
Me neither. Yeah, I confess, me neither. But it's interesting. And at the same time, this band recorded on the next door this album, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. And Rick Wakeman, he helped on the Who Are You? I think he's the one who played
he nicked Cross, because him and Tony have been known to sit down to have a drop of drink together. So I think that was do you want to come and play on my album? Yeah, why not?
But he played with everyone. He played with Hawkeye, with David Bowie.
Yeah.
Rick Wakeman. And didn't take a chance to show a Dark Side of the Moon because I knew probably the other one. But at the same time, Mr. McCartney recorded that album, Red Road Speedway. This is a UK press I got. This is also one of my favorite Wings album. I would say probably underrated.
It's a great album.
Yeah, it is. It is. And since I watched your ranking, I couldn't do without that one.
Well, I haven't got that on album, but that is a great Crow album.
Yeah. This is a reissue.
I think their first #1 album went straight to #1. That did.
Yeah, I had hard time to find that one. I got a batch one back in the day, but I found this one in London. This is a reissue with Caroline, Roll Lay Down, and Stethoscope
4,500 times. And
by the way, I really enjoyed your 4th video, Ian. It was really interesting. No, it was really, really good. Stethoscope.
That's nice. I like that sort of reissue. Type thing.
Very hard record. Probably 2014, 2016. So this is it. Thank you very much.
Some excellent records there.
Yeah.
Anyway, good evening, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah,
nice to see you, Richard. While Ramal was showing his bits, Mike was flashing his belly everywhere. So the only people that could see that was
yes. I was sorting myself out.
Yes. Anyway, did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, I had a great time. Had both the kids in the house at the same time. That was good. Yeah, had a good time.
Excellent.
Everybody else had a good time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Too much
alcohol. Too much French food.
Did you have any LPs for Christmas, Mike?
No, I didn't ask for any sort of music stuff and didn't get any. What I actually did get was a box set of John le Carré novels, all the Smiley novels.
Oh, brilliant!
So I've got those to read. And my daughter sent me two big boxes of bottled beer, so I was happy about that.
Yes,
I'm sure you were.
I know I keep showing it, but that's the only one I had.
Oh, is that Wings Over America?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
Excellent.
I
So,
went to
yeah.
I went to the US last Friday, and I found a copy of Ladies of the Canyon, Johnny Mitchell, in a very decent condition.
Oh,
Very
good.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So this was my Christmas vinyl present.
Yeah, so but tomorrow's the big day for me. I'm going to buy a record deck.
Yeah.
So I can.
Do
Do you know
what you're getting?
I don't know. I'm just going in with an open mind.
Brilliant.
And do you know what the first album I'm going to put on?
Go on.
I'm going to put this one on, I think.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great album. I love that.
Yeah, I just want to. I've heard it obviously on Spotify, but I want to hear it, the actual record, because I reckon it'll sound 20 times better.
Yeah, and Spotify has all the myriad sort of extras that kind of detract from the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm just.
You know, that'd be like a single album. It sort of holds together. Yeah. Anyway, I've got some 1973 to show.
Yes. Shall we let Richard's got a whole lot of singles to show. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
I've only got singles. I'm not showing any albums, so just the singles. The reason being, you know yourself, I've been doing the best of years, and 73 is coming up soon. So I don't want to show them all yet, but I will show the singles.
Okay,
I've got quite a few, and they're all in picture sleeve.
Oh,
now,
brilliant.
as you know yourself, the UK was crap for picture sleeves in the 70s. It wasn't until punk came around that they started issuing singles all the time in picture sleeve. So a lot of these are European. And there's a couple of British ones which I'll say when I come to. But first one, Alvin Stardust, My Cuckoo.
Oh, that's a brilliant song.
As you can see, there's no picture of Alvin Stardust because I don't think Alvin Stardust existed at this time, because he was just a name with Peter Shelley singing, and then Bernard Jury came along and took up the mantle of Alvin Stardust. We have Mungo Jerry, All Right, All Right, All Right, which is a good bouncy single from 73. Now, this one is not a picture sleeve, but I had to show it because it's the best company sleeve out. And Mike, you showed 3 of them last week as T-Rex 20th Century Boy.
Yeah.
But I do have a picture sleeve for T-Rex the Groover, which is
great.
Now, this here is a British one, and it's Elton John and Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting from Goodbye Yellow Road, which has been shown. Right, if we get back to Europe, and we have Driving Saturday by David Bowie. We also have, I'm not even too sure where this is from. I think it might be Germany or somewhere, or France. The Prettiest, Time by David Bowie from Aladdin Sane, which was released as a single in France in 73, with The Prettiest Star as the B-side.
Can you show Can you show the label? Can you show the label?
It's RCA Victor.
I can see the logo. It's a French pressing.
Is it?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And this one here is probably French as well, because it looks exactly the same. And it's Let's Spend the Night Together with Lady Grinning Soul on the B-side. And I take it that's a French pressing, possibly.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
See if it says here.
Yeah, the other one had this SACEM logo.
All right, okay.
Very iconic. I could recognize, but that one, but probably, yeah, this RCA Victor. Yeah.
This one for David Bowie, however, is the British version, and it's Life on Mars. So that's the British picture sleeve with The Man Who Sold the World as the B-side. Now, in Britain, they released Life on Mars, but in America and a few European countries, they didn't. They released Space Oddity with The Man Who Sold the World as the B-side. And I think there's only one more David Bowie, yes. And it's Sorrow with Amsterdam as the B-side. But for some reason, Amsterdam is bigger than Sorrow. But there you go. Right, carrying on. And we have Ringo Starr and Photograph. John Lennon and Mind Games, and Paul McCartney and Wings with Helen Wheels. Now this
That
one
was a great song, that was, Hell on Wheels.
yeah, but should it be on Band on the Run? I say no. A lot of people say yes. It all depends on which one you've grown up with. This one here, I'm so delighted to get. And this is, it is ABBA, but it's before they were called ABBA. It was Bjorn and Benny, Anna and Frida. And it's Nina, Pretty Ballerina from their first album, Ring Ring, with He Is Your Brother as the B-side. That's the same picture sleeve in the back. Now, can you guess what this is?
What is that? Who?
Yeah. No idea.
No idea.
Look at the lips. Look at the lips. It'll give you a clue.
Rolling
It's got
Stones.
to be a Rolling Stones song then.
It is. Which one from '73?
God.
And not Angie.
Yep. Yes, it's Angie.
Angie. Oh. Oh.
Angie, with silver train on the back. The Electric Light Orchestra and Roll Over Beethoven with Queen of the Hours on the back, which is a better song from their first album. And then we get a couple of Mud singles. Hypnosis.
Yes, the one that no one remembers except you and me, Richard.
Yeah, I didn't buy this copy, but I bought the original one whenever I was a kid. And then one of their more famous ones, and it's Dynamite. And then we get on to Wizard. It's all glam rock here, because '73 was huge for glam. And we have See My Baby Jive with Bend Over Beethoven on the B-side.
Yeah. I love that single.
Yes.
And then their other number one, which is Angel Fingers, which has You Got the Jump on Me on the B-side. And also Roy Wood released a big hit, a solo hit in '73, Forever, which is like a Beach Boys type song, but I think it's really, really good. And it's got Music to Commit Suicide by on the B-side. And then the big one, well, it's not the big one, it's the big one now. And this is a British copy, and I so wish it could be Christmas every day. Okay, we're not far away here. Can the Can by Susie Quattro.
Yeah, I've got that, but it's not in a picture.
This is
it's just in the blue rack.
I think this is a German one. And then 48 Crash by Susie Quattro. And then the one that they forget about that she had a hit with, didn't get top 10, it did get top 20 though. And this is a Japanese one of Daytona Demon, which I think is a brilliant track.
Yeah, I like that song.
And then for you, Ian, we have the Sweet Blockbuster, the Sweet Hellraiser, and the Sweet The Ballroom Blitz.
Yeah, all mine are in paper.
Yeah, that's because they're English. That's why. And the last four are all Slade. So we have Come On, Feel the Noise, Squeeze Me, Please Me, My Friend Stan, and the Christmas one. Merry Christmas, everybody. So those are all 1973 picture sleeve, mostly glam rock.
Yeah, it was interesting because, yeah, as I said, most of us had paper ones, didn't we? So it's good that you've got them.
For you, the UK were useless when it came to picture sleeves. Granted, they did give you two Slade ones in '74 with Far, Far Away and How Does It Feel? Evening, Nick.
Good evening, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hello.
It's the man that says it's a bloody trout, not an effing carp.
Other way round.
Yeah, I can't read. Yeah, beautiful singles, Richard. I love European glam rock singles. Cheer, boys. There you go. Thank you, Bebop Boom.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that was really good, Richard. I mean, because I've got a fair few of those singles, but not one of them in a picture sleeve.
Right, I know it's the way it is in the UK.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's really good.
A
There's
lot
a
of
few-
them are actually.
There's a few Slade ones from '73, isn't there?
Yeah, 4 altogether.
Isn't Merry Christmas, everybody? '73.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squeeze
That's the one.
Me. I don't know if you showed these or not. Squeeze Me, Please Me.
There's the Merry Christmas. There's Please Me, Please Me. Can you get the other 2, Nick?
Goodbye to Jane.
No, that's the end of 72. I'll give you a clue. Eddie Yates would say it about Hilda's husband.
Oh, My Friend Stan.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Oh, the one that Oasis.
Yeah, I know which one you mean. I'm trying to bloody remember it. Come on, Feel the Noise.
Right. There you go. Well done.
Oh, are those European presses?
They are.
Mate,
Yeah.
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 I don't think you'd ever see them in a picture sleeve, would you? British press.
No.
Never.
Banging Man Bebop Boomer said.
Banging Man was 74. So it was.
I think a little bit. So what have you got for us then, Mike?
Right. Okay. Here we go. Right. So, couple that have been shown already. There you go. That's Budgie. Yeah. I love this album. And I mean, Red Fan is one of my favourite tracks of all time.
It is. It's the greatest Budgie
Yeah.
track of all time.
It's just, it's just so good. It's just, just brilliant bit of heavy rock, isn't it?
Yeah, plug in and go.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Tales from Topographic Ocean, which actually is possibly my favourite Yes album.
Okay.
The toss up between that and Relay. So,
Have you listened to it all the way through?
well, yeah, lots and lots of times, lots and lots of times.
Start to finish in one sitting.
Yeah. Oh, it's only 2 albums. What are you trying to say, Rich?
Okay, so it's
Ian,
definitely his favorite. He convinced us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, here's a couple that David just showed. So there you go. Roxy Music. Your pleasure. This is my favourite Roxy Music album. Then a bit of Mott the Hoople. There you go, Mott. So this is an original. It's a little bit beat up, but it's still all in one piece.
That's one good thing.
Yeah. And someone who I'm not really that keen on, except I love this album, and that's Stevie Wonder. And there you go, Inner Visions.
That's a good album. It is a good album.
Yeah. I think it's head and shoulders above anything else he did. I mean, I think Talking Book is okay as well, but this is just a fantastic album. And, Living for the City is just an amazing track, I think.
Yeah, I've got that by Gillan. Gillan do a version of that on one of their
All right.
It's a really good version of it as well.
Yeah. Right. So, bit of krautrock here. Noi 2. They were never very imaginative about their album titles.
Not very good on the artwork either.
Exactly. Yeah. We just do the graffiti in a different colour this time. Yeah. So yeah, that's That's good. Always like a bit of krautrock. And a bit of prog. Big old gong.
Flying Teapot.
Flying Teapot, yeah. Radio Name Invisible, yeah. And there you go. This is an original as well.
Yeah.
Really
Probably the
cool.
best lineup of gong on there.
Really cool, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a whole cover. Yeah, I love this album. And then a band that you don't really hear much about, and this is their debut album, and it's Griffin, medieval sort of prog folk.
What
Ooh,
a good album. Great cover that is.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, who is it that someone on here plays the cromhorn? Would you believe? Whatever that is, some sort of wind instrument, I think. And just one more to go. And I know it's a compilation.
Yeah.
You know, it's got sort of a few tracks from Play It Loud and a few other singles and whatever, but it was 1973. And you know, I'd not bothered with it before, but I saw it for £3 at Record Fair in November. So I thought, well, I'll pick it up, and it's all intact. It's got the booklet and everything inside. So I was pleased to get that. Anyway, so that's me.
Really cool. Wow.
Anyway, good evening, Michael.
Good evening.
You got up today then, because he missed last week because he overslept. Well, we don't mind that because it's the. And he showed who was here because once we finish the live thing, we don't go away. We have a little bit of a catch up, and he thought he was showing live. Bless him. So yeah, how are you, Michael? Anyway,
I'm good, Ian. I'm awake now.
Yes. Have a
Who do
good
we have
Christmas.
here? We have the fine people of Britain. You got a good panel here today. Got Nick, got Mike, got Richard, and our guest from Canada. How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Michael.
Yeah. Has Nick done his 10 yet?
No, I haven't got 10.
What do you got?
No, well, what I have got's buried in boxes behind me. I was a bit late to the party.
So you've been up 2 minutes, and Steve is.
Well, I got my 10.
Is that the rule, by the way? Do we have to show 10
No,
records all the
it's
time?
actually how many you show.
Okay.
See, I'm really getting into this vinyl community now, Michael. Have you seen? I'm showing records every week. Anyway, do you want to go first or second, Nick?
No, I haven't got anything.
Okay, so we'll put Michael. He did say he did. Oh, I'm not paying attention either, am I? He showed some great ones for 73, folks, but I'm 72.
Oh, I just found one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The Who.
Ooh.
5:15.
Yeah, well done, Richard.
Yeah, great.
There you go. That's my contribution.
That'll keep Stevie happy anyway, won't it?
Yeah.
He's just already said excellent choice.
Yeah, we all know how he loves prog rock.
Yeah. Are you ready then, Michael?
I am, Ian. I'm ready to go. I brought my A.
It's all yours.
My first one from 1973 is this beauty by the Faces. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Oh, I've got
And
that.
This has got a moving
Yeah.
moving eyes here. I forgot how you do it.
Very Monty Python cover that.
Very Monty Python, right?
Yeah.
You do it like this. See that? And it does. It still has the poster. Did you know how to poster? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good picture of him. I like that picture.
Right. So that's a U.S. pressing. I'm not a big fan of this group. They're very inconsistent. Don't you think so? I don't think. Do they have one record where every song is great? I don't think so. That's my opinion. But the first side of this record is great, and it's got "God Gave Rock and Roll to You," which is a great song, and I think it's one of their best. Besides "Hold Your Head Up" and like a few more, but that's Argent. This was done by Hypnosis. This is a Japanese pressing. This is Grand Hotel. Ooh. And this came with a lot of inserts. I don't know. Did the UK pressing have a booklet in it? Anybody know? Booklet.
Well, I had it on CD, so no, I can't. I didn't know, but I had it on
a huge, like 40-page booklet. Actually, this is Japanese. It's got Japanese text for the lyrics. But anyhow, it's a Procol Harum record nobody talks about. I really like it.
I got some Japanese pressing. A lot of them have booklets that US or UK pressing don't have.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Gentle Giant in a Glass House. I've shown this once or twice on my channel. It's the only Gentle Giant I've got because I like it the best. And it's got a odd jacket where there's a let's see, that's got a black and white insert.
Oh yeah.
So it's very odd the way they chose to do this. It's just, two different types of solarized images superimposed on each other. Beautiful, crisp recording.
Is that a US pressing?
No, this is UK.
Oh, okay.
UK.
Oh yeah, with WMA, yeah.
A guy that I've discovered I'd say he's my discovery of 2023, my rediscovery, John Baldry. And this has got a song on it that he covered. It's a Graham Parsons song called "She," that he does with a UK backup singer named Eliza Strike. And if you see it, I recommend it. He also covers "Brand New Day" by Al Cooper. And his first two records, one side was produced by Elton John, the other side was produced by Rod Stewart. And I think Rod Stewart collaborates with him. No, Rod Stewart's off this record by the time he records it. Alan Price, oh lucky man. I can't say anything more about this record. It's my absolute favorite. And the soundtrack for the movie.
Yeah, it's a weird film, Michael. It really is.
Yeah, it is a weird film. It's like almost 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And it's a picaresque journey, of a coffee salesman.
Yeah, that's right.
And all the characters, each actor in the film probably plays like 5 to 6 roles in the same movie. Right? Yeah. So and who's in it? What's the woman's name? Helen Mirren is in it, and
that's right. Helen Mirren and Malcolm McDowell were the two main characters. Yeah, Malcolm
McDowell co-wrote it with Lindsay Anderson. Co-wrote this movie, and it's worth a watch. Genesis Live, and this is from the Foxtrot tour. And this is how the show was done. It was a white curtain with black lights, and the band members wore white. It was a very sparse stage, and Peter Gabriel played a bass drum and flute, and he wore his bat wings and his flower. And this also Foxtrot. This doesn't have Suppers Ready. It's got Watcher of the Skies, Get 'Em Out by Friday, Return to Giant Hogweed, Musical Box, and The Knife. It's a great live record from that period.
And the only live bass pedal solo by Michael Rutherford.
Correct. Lee Michaels Live. This is a double record. This was recorded at Carnegie Hall, but it doesn't say Carnegie Hall. In those days, if you wanted to say Carnegie Hall, you had to pay money to Carnegie Hall to include their name. So he was a headliner, He was a stadium headliner, and you'd be surprised when you look back at some of the his appearances, the bands that opened for him. You know, major bands opened for Lee Michaels, but he lost his hearing due to the sound of the volume in the stadiums. And it's just a simple record. It's a die cut record, which they don't do anymore. Well, they do. Freddie King, Getting Ready, great blues record. This was produced by Don Nix. It opens up with Going Down, and also Leon Russell produced this record. And Almost Done. And this is the Pied de Resistance. This is Stevie's. It's just such an honor to show this record now. 1973, Todd Rundgren, A Wizard of True Star. And this was originally a die cut record. I don't have the OG anymore. This came with postcards where you mailed them. You put your name on it and you mailed them in, and they were included in the poster of the follow-up record entitled Todd. And also on that record, Todd he recorded the audience at Central Park, and they backed him up on Sons of 1984. And this is just, look at the inner sleeve. I mean, this guy.
Wow.
This is a very, if you like Supper's Ready, this has dense a record because the songs just flow into one another. There must be like 40 songs on this record. And it's a very dense, there's no gaps between. Okay, I'm done.
That's brilliant. I reckon we should do something on Todd and invite Stevie as our special guest, Michael.
It would be really great. He knows nothing about him, so it'll be an interesting.
Look at the devil.
Oh, here he is.
Oh God, is that over? Can I just a continuity error? I just want to say I know for a fact those speakers behind Michael don't actually work.
Is that you, Stevie? I hear you. I hear you, son. Oh, you're looking fine. You're looking fine. Looking heavy.
What was that? What was that last Todd Rundgren? You know, like 40 songs on it. My God. So, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Stevie.
Merry Christmas and all that.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you.
Okay, well, now we've got a bit of a few people on the panel.
Quorum.
We're going to test. And we've got Nick's backside. Hey!
I'm looking for stuff.
There we go. Everyone, it's on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I found a couple of albums from '73.
Oh.
When you
Go for it.
something very, very quick for Richard when he was showing his David Bowie. I know it's 1973. This is a very rare copy I got from
Very nice.
French press,
Very nice.
and
Very nice.
this was previously owned by our French radio organization. Yeah. Oops.
All right.
Yeah. RTF. Yeah, it was like BBC, but for France, and it's a laughing gnome.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pulsar says he would have had his Renaissance, Ashes Are Burning, and King Crimson's Larks, Tons in Aspect. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
David
If I
Bowie's
owned
worst song, The Laughing Gnome, according to Christopher. So what albums have you got, Nick?
They're only compilation ones. Although the songs on this one are from the '60s, this one was released in '73.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And this one hasn't got dates on it, but it was released in '73. Motown Chartbusters Volume 8.
Very
Excellent.
nice.
It's got like Stevie Wonder on here, Superstition, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Temptations are on here. Junior Walker and the All Stars. Jackson
Right,
5. Diana Ross. Gladys Knight. The Pips again. All the Temptations. Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Marvin Gaye. Let's Get It On. Supremes. Yeah, there's 12 of these albums in total. I've got them all. I'm not very good at remembering the dates of half these, but this was released in '73 on the Motown label, of course. That's it.
Right, I'm going to now test all your. You're all supposed to be into vinyl and that, so I'm going to now test all your skills here.
Ooh.
I've got a couple of records for '73.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure there's going to be a.
I wonder which one.
I
Yeah.
wonder which one. Yeah.
Well, that's can I just set the
Hey,
record,
go on, get it out of the way, Stevie.
can I just set the record straight first, because I noticed Ian was talking about ELO and he showed his ELO picture disc, but he forgot to mention the best pressing of it, which of course, as we all know, is the Filipino pressing of the ELO. So this is real audiophile here. And now let me guess, I'm a bit late. Did you show? Is there a Genesis? Did somebody say that the Genesis '73 was the best Genesis album?
Yes, selling them by the pound.
Wait.
No, that is unforgivable. That is rubbish. You know, as a genuine fan, the best album from Genesis is Trigger the Tail.
Yeah, but that was 75.
I know, but you didn't think I had it though, did you?
No, I did not.
Or that, for example. As well.
Ugh. Are you serious? Ugh.
No.
Right. So it's a top 10, yeah.
Well,
It is.
10, 12, how many? I don't
I've got a top 10. I've sorted out my ultimate 73 top 10 for you. But I'm just going to do a few also rans as well. So this group isn't very well known. This is quite obscure. That came out in '73, I believe. Is it? Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And they did a follow-up album. That was so that was '73. Another lesser-known group. '73. This guy was a solo performer. I don't think you've ever heard of him.
No.
David Bowie.
No.
Yeah.
No,
It's not a very good album. Not a very good album. Now I couldn't make my mind up between this one or that one. But I'm going to go with the one with the poster. Right. This was an also ran, quite a popular album.
Also run. One of the best albums ever.
But this is I thought this was a good pressing. I've just looked it up before I came on. This isn't '73. This was pressed in '77. So I think this is like a 5th pressing variant. But it sounds great. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, my top 10. You're going to be blown away. And I quite like this one for you Beatles fans. So George Harrison.
It's a good album. Yes.
Yeah, I quite like that because it doesn't get good reviews, but it's quite different. Right, top 10. Okay, so I'm going to shock you now. I'm going to go in at 10 with this. Of all time, right? So that's number 10. My number 9 is that one.
I had an idea you would do that.
And number 9.
I get the pick.
Yeah,
I get the pick.
Slightly better condition, that one. Coming in at number 7, we've got that one.
What a surprise.
I'll speed up a bit, okay. So 6 and number 5. I'm going to go joint number 5 for that one. Because they're sort of same condition. 3 and 4. Again, pretty good. 3 and 4, 2 and 3. And my number 1.
I can't wait for the number 1 choice.
Yeah, what could it be?
I'm in at number 1.
Oh, what a surprise.
And I've also got a couple of also rans, so there's that one. And
He's got another 40 odd of them hidden away behind him.
This was a bit pricey. That was 23 quid. And then another one recently. So that was my top 10. Thank you very much.
This is why the prices of Quadrophenia are so high. It's because Stevie has he's
All of them.
captured the market, captured all the inventory.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's why I didn't show mine, because I knew someone would show it. I think
Can I just show these to young Michael from Japan?
Oh,
Yes,
I'd
you
like
can.
that very much, Mr. Nick. Yes.
You will approve of these.
What do we got there? We got City.
Oh,
the City.
Wow.
Honda, on the Honda label. Must be some promo record for Honda.
They're all
that?
Japanese, all from Japan.
Yeah.
but it's got the logo on the front on the.
Oh, it's Winchester Cathedral.
Yep.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
She's brilliant, isn't she, Dusty?
Yep. She's brilliant.
I'm totally in. I've got one album.
Oh yeah, those are that record's everywhere in Japan. Every record
It
store.
was cheap. Yeah.
I'm sure it was. They must have pressed 1 billion of them.
I'm totally enamoured with Japanese pressings and the writing and the obi strip, the whole lot.
Well, you're gonna love this next video I got coming up, which is a dig in Osaka with Jason Rojas and George Borden.
I've got some more on the way as well.
Who are you buying your records from? You going to Record City, or are you going through buyers on Discogs, sellers on Discogs, Nick?
It's via Discogs, but
Okay.
I can't recall the name of the people who I got these from.
Yeah. You probably have one. There's some sellers that are just they have incredible inventories, and they're really foreign friendly, and probably got good shipping rates to the UK.
But the postage was fairly cheap.
Yeah.
I've got no complaints at all. Postage prices, how quickly they were here within the week.
Yeah.
From the minute I paid for them to the day that they arrived here on my doorstep, a week.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
And there is a hell of a lot of sellers here in Britain that could learn a lot from the Japanese sellers. Brilliant. I should be getting more and more Japanese stuff. I'm totally fixated with it.
Right, I'm now going to test all your brains. So here we go. I'm going to start this off, and you got to just guess the
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson Thriller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's you all got that one right.
Pretty cool. How you got that set up?
Tommy, yeah.
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 Blur, Parklow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well done, Nick.
Wow. Very good. I couldn't have done that at all.
I love the old greyhound racing. Haven't been for years.
Oh,
Genesis Abacab.
Genesis. Duke.
Duke, Duke, yeah. Electric
T-Rex.
Warrior, T-Rex.
T-Rex. Spider.
God, you're too good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Susan Banshee. Juju.
Juju.
Yeah, well done, Mike. I knew you'd get that one.
Yeah, Stevie, what's the matter with you?
I said Juju.
Pink Floyd. Animals.
Toys. Animals.
Upstairs at
Yazoo.
Eric's.
Oh, bloody hell,
Oh,
Nick.
brilliant.
Oh, fire,
Oh,
man.
done, Nick. That was brilliant.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Who's the artist? Pink, Deep Purple
Deep
Burn.
Purple Burn. Yeah.
Yazoo was the other one.
Yazoo, yeah, but called Yaz in the US.
Yeah.
No!
Nick could get this one. Yeah.
That is a bloody carp. It is not a trout.
And just to prove I was right, there we go.
You're right, Nick. It is a carp.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Really cool, yeah.
Know your fish.
You'd think they'd have a fact checker at their record label. Well, you couldn't call it carp mass replica. That wouldn't sound so.
I'm surprised. I'm so didn't think anyone would get that one. But well done, Nick.
What was that?
Mackerel face replica.
Eric's. There we go.
Yeah.
So there we are. So that's
there's
just
his butt again.
There for the gang. You're all very good. I'll have to make them harder another year.
We collect the vinyl, so we have a few skills.
Yes. We collect the vinyl.
We collect the vinyl.
We collect the vinyl, so we have a few skills.
We put that. That's on our resumes.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
I collect vinyl.
I did mention this. I'm going to go around the panel now and just ask that some of their memories of the last year on their channel. Anything that one of the highlights for your channel, because we've all got channels.
Yes.
It's a good question.
So we're going to start with Richard.
Okay.
I have amnesia. I can't remember a thing.
You should be saying that the collaboration videos we do, they're the highlight of his year.
They're on your channel. They're not on my channel. They're in your channel. We did the very first two on mine about 1.5 years ago. And then you just hogged it. I've been on your channel ever since.
And the only reason is he likes when we do the covers flying across the cover.
Yes, that's it. And I don't have to search out any records. Right, highlights of mine. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hold on. Has anybody got any highlights of their own channel that they're proud of? Because I don't.
Oh.
No, you're going to have to sit there until you come up with one, Richard.
Right, okay, right. The highlights of my channel for this year is being able to keep on producing videos for the whole year and getting through the whole year. That's the highlight. I don't know if I'll be able to do that for next year now. But definitely, because I've been doing this 5 years and I'm running out of steam.
Oh dear. That's not good. Well, at least, you see, I come up with most of the ones for our videos, don't I?
You do, yes. And now the views have gone down ever since.
Complaint.
I walked straight into that one, didn't I? Anyway, Ramon, what's your highlight for you on your channel this year?
I don't know. 2023 saw my arrive in the vinyl community. I just started my channel. I launched my first video in March 2023. It finally took my courage when someone said, "Hey, your history is interesting. You're from France, now you live in Canada, so you have to share a bit of your experience with the people." And I'm really glad I could find a nice community of people. I never imagined that I could have all this connection with you guys. Especially since I was not very fortunate when I was younger, because I was listening to Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple in a world where this was old, this was bad. So now knowing all of you people is like meeting the uncle I wish I would have. So really glad. And as I written on my channel description, may my channel be a way to connect the music lover, get a getaway between people from all around the world. Since I'm I do my video in English. I have connection with the UK, with America, with France.
Yeah.
So let's keep things going. This is what I
mean, I think your channel is a breath of fresh air, because you've got as a Frenchman living in Canada, you show stuff that none of us can get hold of, and I love when you show like when you come up for the years, you're showing different pressings, and the place is better for people like you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a different perspective, and that's what we need.
True.
The VC wouldn't be the same if it was just a load of geriatric Brits and a load of geriatric Americans, would it?
Don't say that. Don't say that. You've got the experience. You lived through this wonderful year, so it's it's a joy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the important thing is that we all have a sort of the years that sort of define us. The years that we really got into music, and they kind of stay with us. And you being quite a bit younger than us, that there's that perspective. It's a year that maybe a period that might have passed us by a little bit. And I think that's great.
Yeah, it's lovely when, like, you've showed the albums you showed today. They're just great albums. And for someone of your age to appreciate these great albums, it is just fantastic.
This is the beauty. Yeah, this is the beauty of the internet, because, as I said, when I was 14 years old, I wasn't really, in a very good mood, because I was kind of alone in my school. People were making fun of me. Now with the internet, I saw people around 2012, 2013 having a community to support them. Younger people, they were listening to Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and I say, hey, this is something nice. This is what a community is all about. So now I've got my channel. I've got a chance to exchange with the people and to discover. I made a live stream, not yesterday, the day before, with a young French guy. He was 19 years old. And I was telling, and I was speaking about prog rock, about hard rock all these years, and it was interesting. And this is beautiful. The exchange, the connection we made.
Yeah,
it's not myself. I won't put myself in front, because I'm not a product. I'm only a passionate guy. The important is the music and the way we connect with all the passionate people.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add on to that. I've got my youngest subscriber is a guy called the Rock Beast. He's 16, 17, 18. He's not very old, but he's got a love for glam metal, your Bon Jovis and your Poisons, and he loves it. And we have chats on Instagram about that sort of era, and it's just great that a lad of that age, and it's a big shout out to the Rock Beast. He's very passionate about music, which I love to see in the younger generation, that they've got the same passion for the same bands we like, which is fantastic. Anyway, Michael, what are your sort of highlights on your channel?
I got an external mic for my computer, so my sound is better.
You sound all right.
You're coming through all right.
My humor is just falling completely flat today. Absolutely, completely flat. My highlights are, let me see. I did a lot of videos, but I went on site. When I found that guy Dave it was in January or February, I went to that guy who had that old barn in Okayama before I moved to Saitama. And I did a three-part video. I didn't know him. I just met him for the first time, and I set up my camera, and he just talked, and I went by the seat of my pants, and I really learned my editing skills. So I think that 2023 for me was all about like getting my editing chops much, much better, and learning how to do storyboards to tell stories. That I'd never done that before. And also, I did a live stream with Dan and Bobby, but we kind of quit doing that. And then I did that live stream with Stevie, the from the trenches, and it was kind of an honest take on what we thought was happening in the VC, and that was a big highlight for my channel. And for 2024, I'm going to be doing more on-site stuff. I just met a guy who has got it's called Tokyo Vinyl, Tokyo Record Channel. He's an American that's been here for 20 years, and he's a photographer. And we're going to start to go around to record stores in Tokyo. We're going to interview the owners. He's got some friends, and we're asking them up front, would it be okay if we come in with a camera? And we're going to the ones who say yes, and we're going to the ones who can speak some English, and we'll add some translation, and we're going to do some profiles of real independent record store owners in Tokyo, and I'm really excited about that. And this remote record digging thing is going to be something I'm going to be promoting. And I don't know, but that's me. 2024, I'm done.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting, Michael. I mean, you've shown quite a few videos when you've you sneaked a camera into a record store, and they always look really interesting. They're quite different from UK record stores. I remember there was one that sold a lot of CDs, and they packaged them especially.
Yeah.
What's that place called?
That was the Garden Shed, and they specialize in world prog. They only have prog from all over the world. I mean, they have some of the most laser-focused genres type record stores here. It's unbelievable. Prog only, soul only, for the whole store, But we're going to have to be careful, because there have been some aggressive live streamers in Japan, and not just foreigners coming here and acting like assholes. Japanese have done it too. They've gotten this notion that you can get a camera out and harass people and stream it, and Japanese law is clamping down on it. So one has to be really careful about talking loud in public and doing live streaming, because it can't be misconstrued that you're harassing anybody, which leads to the point that I don't know how much talking I'm going to be able to do in a record store, either as part of a live stream or anything else, because typically people are really quiet here. So that's kind of remains to be seen. I'd like to do it, but I may not be able to all the time.
You too.
Yeah, it's New Year's Day, isn't it?
Yeah, easy one this week.
Yeah.
There's a certain charm about the nature of and the politeness and that of Japanese people, isn't there?
Yeah. It's politeness is just really, really part of the culture, and it's funny. We changed phone carriers this week, and it's really a real pain in the ass to do that here. They make it really difficult. And my wife was telling me that each time she called people, she said, this person was really, really polite to me, and then the next person I called was really rude. And I said, why is that? She said, the ones who were being polite knew that they were being recorded by their employers, and the ones that weren't so polite knew that they weren't being recorded by their employers. So it's not always the Japan that you think it is. I mean, there's this need to be polite and to speak a certain way, and all these customs and all these rules, but that creates pressure with people, kind of pent up, frustration. So there's a side of Japan that foreigners don't see, because that's kind of the point of it. Hello.
I remember when I was in Japan that it was like for a year it was like a series of very high heights or very low lows,
Yeah. But the vinyl thing here is unbelievable. It's just every time I go into a store, I'm just like, how did this stuff get here? It just never ceases to amaze me. You're can they understand the words? No. but they just absorb other cultures, and they're so fascinated by other cultures. And when they're like that, they buy everything. They just collect everything. So they just become, so deeply engrossed and so studied in other aspects of American culture or French culture, any other culture other than theirs, and they just become such experts in it, so focused.
Yeah, I can say when I worked in youth work, we had some Japanese youth workers come to Northamptonshire, and we hosted them for a week. And we took them to Stratford upon Avon, and they were just flabbergasted. We took them to Battle of Naseby, which is one of the most prominent English Civil War battles. We actually took them to Tresham Lodge. Nick will know about that. It's where the Guy Fawkes plot was.
The Triangular Lodge.
Yeah, we took them
at Rushton.
At Rushton, yeah, they were fascinated by that.
That's a cover of an album, isn't it?
Yeah, sun structures,
temples.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I'm only 20 minutes away from there.
Yeah, and at the time, one of my friends was the security manager at Silverstone. So obviously they love their motorsport, don't they, Michael? So they went round Silverstone, and we put them on a bus round the circuit, and they loved it, and they were such lovely people. I mean, it took ages to translate what they wanted to say because obviously the language, but they are wonderful people, and I've never met such nice, courteous. And when they left, the gifts they gave us, it was unbelievable. We gave them a little, a nice little thing, but they were just coming out their bags, all this stuff, and you just thought, absolutely wonderful people.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
It's now.
Yeah, I mean, I did just going to say, what you say about the culture, Michael. About absorbing cultures that not far away from me, town of Haworth in West Yorkshire, which is sort of Bronte country, and all the tourist information signs are in Japanese as well as English.
Mm.
I mean, because they know that busloads of Japanese people appear, on a daily basis.
Right.
And they love it. Yeah.
Oh, the other place we took them was the burial place of Lady Diana.
There's a ton of foreigners. There's a ton of foreigners in Japan now because the conversion rate is so favorable to Westerners. So I don't think you're going to see as many Japanese abroad as you are going to see foreigners in Japan. It's just amazing right now. So it's kind of like the opposite thing right now. There's busloads of foreigners. I see, groups walking in different areas of the city. German tourists and American tourists. There's just so many here right now. It's interesting.
So anyway, what about you, Nick? What's your
Sorry,
highlight?
guys, I'm going to have to head here. So I just want to wish you all a very happy New Year and have a
Happy New Year, Richard. You too.
Happy New Year's. Just do.
Yeah. Cheerio. Oh, crikey.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
Synergy now? Huh?
Just a quick question, Ian. You were mentioning Stratford upon Avon. Is that the birthplace of Shakespeare?
Yes,
that's the one.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure.
One lead.
Oh my!
Hi, Rob.
Good evening, Mr. Walker. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is that you, Rob? You're looking good. Wait, you've been someplace else, haven't you? You've been on another live stream every night. You haven't been here.
Is this Michael's sense of humour? Yeah.
I heard, Rob, that you play football.
Well, I'm managing a team, and that's why I've not been coming up. So, but training's over now. So,
The question with the team, the pitch they play on, is that a real grass, or fake?
Not this time of year. It's under floodlights, artificial.
Okay.
So, but I used to play a lot of football when I was younger. As you can tell, I'm still in good trim armour.
Yeah, I used to play football as well.
I used to play rugby.
Did everyone have a nice? I'll get all the pleasantries out of the way. Everyone had a nice Christmas and what have you.
Yes,
All the pleasantries are out of the way.
Yeah, same to you, Rob. Yeah.
It was all right.
Let's get down to business, Rob.
What's that?
Business of
We've come at a good moment, Rob. We're going around just highlights
It's
of
Nick's
your own
turn.
channels.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'll leave Nick to ponder. What about you, Mike? What's your highlight of the year?
Yeah. Well, I started with YouTube last January doing Rob's vinyl take, which is an absolutely brilliant way of getting started because, you've got the content there, sort of like it's in your lap, and all you have to do is get the records out. But it does take it's a bit of a leap of faith, isn't it? Going online for the first time and talking to the world, or if not the world, about 50 people. But yeah, so there was that. But really, I mean, I suppose the highlight for me, and it's a video that still gets most views every week, and that's when I met Pauline Murray at a book signing. So Pauline Murray of Penetration. Yeah. So there's a book. Yeah. To Mike with Love, Pauline.
That's brilliant.
And it was absolutely brilliant. She gave everyone a sort of the time of day, and she was in the store for absolutely ages, talking to everybody, and it was absolutely brilliant. And for some reason, that video seems to have struck a bit of a chord, really. And it's by far the most successful of my videos. So it's that. But just sort of doing this stuff, and as you go on, you get a bit more confident, don't you, with actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
So,
would you like to say?
Yeah.
Keep putting your hand up.
Yeah, the reason that video is really popular is it's absolutely nothing to do with the vinyl community. So if you move away from the vinyl community as much as you can, that's where you get a lot of views.
Yeah. It's more to do with music, isn't it, than it is about vinyl records. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I realised that was the reason. But then again, sort of crate digging videos get a lot of views, don't they?
Yeah. That if you do a crate digging video, you'll get thousands of views. That's because people sort of engage with that kind of thing. The vinyl community is just so rich, and it's great, but a lot of people who watch YouTube videos, they don't even know about the VC. They just watch videos that they're interested in. They're interested in crate digging, and they're interested in people meeting so-called celebrities. So it's always good for your channel. You need to do more of that. If you want your channel to grow, you've got to try and do things like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. What about you, Steve? What's your?
Well, I think this year probably much more than last year, because last year it was kind of like just getting the vinyl projects off the ground. It was a project to record my vinyl collection and what I was adding to it, and then I think another project came in, the sort of YouTube project and experimenting with videos, learning how to make a video. And then I approached Michael, because we had a live stream talking about that, because I felt that there was a kind of lack of people talking seriously about how to deal with YouTube. So this year was like the year I kind of learned a bit about how to deal with YouTube and doing the vinyl project at the same time. And I don't know if you notice, every one of my videos is like an experiment. And I'm quite proud, because I kind of turned a corner when I did that. I think Mike gave me a shout out when I did that Quadrophenia listening room video, because I was mucking about.
Oh yeah.
I made four little vignettes and sort of edited them together, and I felt quite pleased with the result. And then I guess my other sort of hotspot was getting the hang of shorts and doing the documentary shorts, which then just kind of one of them took off, which meant it took the others with it. So then I started to get a lot of traffic. And we went abroad, I think, for end of June, July, because my partner, unfortunately, she lost both her parents in the pandemic. So we had to go for a few, so I left the channel just with a couple of pre-prepared videos, but the momentum just carried on. So it was like getting a hold of editing, doing the shorts, but then having this momentum which carried on. And then I did the Who's Next documentary, and that just went ballistic as well. So yeah, I would say the highlight of this year was sort of the YouTube project, talking to Michael about it, and those videos that I really enjoyed putting together and learning how to edit stuff. So now I feel confident that I can edit a video. And really the focus for the YouTube project is just to make videos that I want to make. And I'm feeling kind of confident that I can do that. But now the focus, I think, for the next year is going to come back to the vinyl projects and what I'm getting together and playing stuff, and then sort of branching out and doing more videos like that. So I've had a few highlights this year, which I'm very pleased about, but I think most of my subscribers have come from the shorts. So I'm still at about kind of 270 video shorts or whatever. So it's still kind of a humble channel in a way, but it's kind of like, I feel confident that I can sort of do what I want,
See, I think your best video of the year was the one when the Yes cover. I just loved that. That was just a fantastic video. And your other favourite was the...
Well, that was certainly the most ambitious, because that was an absolute nightmare to put together. It was like something like 40 separate little shots that I had to edit together. It was a nightmare, but it was very interesting. But it was a bit of a mind bender to sort of put together. I had to include John Bellamy in the video to explain what the video was about. But yeah, that was
a fantastic video.
Well, thank you very much. That's very good.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it did come together very nicely. Yeah.
Anyway, have you had any more thoughts, Nick, or doing?
Well, mine's a simple, basic channel. There's no frills and spills. I am who I am. I do what I do. Sure, I'd love to have all the crash bang wallops and all that, but it just ain't my thing,
Yeah.
Yours is a popular channel,
which surprises me.
Yeah, but
you've got a great following going.
That's the way forward.
I've never, and I say this hand on heart, I've never ever been about subs. But I never have been. I remember when I first started. Out of curiosity, I looked. Oh crikey! 15 people have subbed to me.
Yeah.
But wow! And there's the bloke below me who's responsible for a lot of this. Well, I've got to thank, and even people like Rachel and that encouraged me. Mazzy, Stevie described me and Berkshire Mike. We're the meat and gravy.
Meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes with a bit of gravy and all.
In a good way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see Mike on channel sometime.
Oh, he's
He'd be
great.
good, wouldn't
bloke.
he?
And
Yeah.
I need a
And-
translator.
the thing I've never known why people want, would send me. No, I'm nobody special. VCLT. I mean, Mike above me kindly sent me that stiff record CD, volume 2. I had volume 1. I got that last week. Brilliant, Mike. Gee, I've been playing that in the car all week.
Yeah, it's good. That New Rose, the live version of New Rose is really good, isn't it?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I really enjoyed, and that's sort of falling or waddling down rabbit holes, learning that for years I've been stuck in my own bubble, only listening to certain stuff. And then, I watch people's videos and I pick up on bands and records, and then I'll go and check them out. Again, Mike.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if you're
What do you
Oh, that
think?
cover's wild.
good. It's
Yeah.
good, very good. The lovely
Yeah.
eggs. I am moron, aptly named. That is good. That is even better. That is bloody fantastic. That is real. I think they're described as sort of lo-fi, or psychedelic punk.
It is, yeah.
So that is bloody fantastic, and I'm going to get some more Lovely Eggs albums next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Love that to death.
The one that I like the best probably is called If You Were Fruit. It's got a picture of a lemon
I
on the
saw
front.
that one.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to? She was in another band, was Angelica's or something, or Angelica?
No,
The lead singer of
I haven't.
No, well, I had a quick listen. I prefer the Lovely Eggs to them any day. But the other main thing I really enjoyed this year is seeing my music heroes live. People I was far too young to see back in the day. People like Pauline Black. Talking to her on the merch stand at the Selector gig, getting a photo with her. I can hear Little and next door screaming her head off. I spoke to Charlie Harper as well, UK Subs, when me and the daughter went to see them, and Peter and the Test Tube Babies. He was walking across the hall, going outside to have a smoke. And I had a quick chat with him. Just being there and seeing my heroes totally blew my mind. Brilliant.
If you've got a photo of them, that'd be a good idea for a video. Tell us who you met, show the picture, tell us what the conversation you had.
The only photo I've got is me and Pauline Black.
All right, okay.
But and of course, seeing Sham 69 recently over in Northampton, Jimmy Percy. I'd love to have gone and seen these bands back in the day, in their heyday, I suppose you could say. But I was far too young.
I saw him.
Yeah, he did. Well, you're old and wrinkly. No,
it's all the advantages of being older.
Yeah, no, but my old dear, she wouldn't have let me go with friends and that. Rob's seen the Jam, and that I'd love to have seen the Jam in their pomp. But
did you not see the Jam?
No, I never did.
Oh.
Never did.
Oh, sorry, I've got fun. What are you showing up there, Rob?
I saw them 4 times.
Rob, take that food out of your mouth, Rob.
The second pressing of Galaxy's new album.
Yeah.
Well,
if I can say one last thing, and that's bless you all. and everybody in the VC for watching, supporting, encouraging. Not just me, but everybody. You know, and that's what it's all about, young and old.
That's it. I'm going to add to that. I think you're fresh air on this stream.
Yeah.
Everyone loves you up here.
Yeah.
You call a spade. And I love watching your videos because the passion comes through what you love of music, Nick. Every video, there's passion.
If I can be honest, over the past month and that, if I'm truth, I'll be truth here. I've not been feeling a lot of love for music. It's probably down to the time of the year and events in the past, and I've kind of forced myself to listen to stuff and join in the live streams, if only for my own sanity. But I'm getting back there. I've trawled through my listening. I've had a huge stack of records to listen to. Really enjoying it. Really enjoying it now. As I say, love listening to those lovely Eggs albums. I thoroughly recommend them to anybody. And God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Can I just concur with Nick there, because Nick says about encouraging each other. Maybe we should say 2024 is going to be the year where we encourage each other, because I remember that guy there, Nick. He was not you, Michael. Nick. that guy Nick there. He was like one of 3 or 4 people when I started the channel, and he's a comment on everything. He'd always leave a comment, and I thought, who is this guy? Why does he keep watching my videos? And it just really felt good to have somebody like 2 or 3 people, also Berwick and Mike, watching my stuff, and and Mike, you gave me a shout out, and Rob, you put my video on your community thing, and I noticed I got a lot of hits on it. So 2024, I think we should make an agreement, like Nick, follow Nick's example, and let's make it a year of encouraging channels.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, that's right.
Absolutely right. Anyway, good evening, Record Hound.
Good evening.
Long time no see. How are you?
Hiya.
Hanging in, not hanging over. I've had a lot of bad stuff happen, but not to be complaining here. I just I saw that you were all showing stuff from 1973, and I just started flagging stuff in my shelves that probably is 1973. And you'll probably see stuff that you've already shown, but I've got a bunch of different things here.
Okay, it's all yours, mate.
My original German copy of Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, one of the best Fudgy albums out there. And this doesn't have the little blurb at the start. There's a little speech from Winston Churchill at the start of Bread Fan. It's very rare. It's not on this one, though. One, I think you also did this one. It's just a repress, but very flexible copy, kind of wobbly, but plays excellent. This one, I'm not sure if anyone else showed, but this is a great one.
Yes, Ramon saw that one. Yeah, it's a great album. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Album.
Great one, start to finish. And those were just from the upper shelves here. I'll back up here, and this one from 1973. It's Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. This is actually the full album cover. It's called Belly Up.
Oh, great cover.
This is the one. This one has Penicillin Penny, Acapulco Goldie, Rollin' the Roadie, and Gertrude the Groupie. Wonderful Stoop Stone is on this. It's a really nice album.
Is that an English band or an American?
American.
Okay.
American. They were known best for a song called "Cover of the Rolling Stone."
Yeah.
And
I always thought they were English.
The writer of the very first 3 Dr. Hook albums is Shel Silverstein, and he's hiding there under a jacket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's that. And let's see. I tried this one out. The working cover, Ooh La La. I think you squeeze the sides in to get the. I think that's what it was. Get the eyes and mouth to move. And if I can put this away without destroying the cover, there we go. Oh yeah. Someone showed this. I remember seeing this.
There's been a few of them, but it's still a great album to show.
And it's actually a reissue by Polygram in Canada, so it's a Charisma copy. Let's see here. Nothing down there. Nothing down there. This is an Italian string prog group. I don't think I've seen anyone in the VC show this one, but it's they're called Strinks.
I've heard of them, but never seen anyone show it.
This one came out in 1973. It's like I said, it's Italian, and you don't get much from the label itself, just an egg on it.
Very prog.
But that's the label. I'll put that one away. Let's see here. Not that much in the Skinner. Comedy. There's a comedy album, a very famous one that came out in 1973. And this one has a kind of an interesting cover.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good cover. I like that.
It's Cheech and Chong, Los Cochinos. This one, this was one of the first times that you got to hear about Pedro and Man at the drive-in. This has Basketball Jones on it. That was actually a successful single. And the back of it.
Brilliant.
And the back cover. So there's that. I have a spare copy because I'm purging lots of records. Let's see here. Okay, another comedy one. This followed his most successful album. He had won a Grammy for it. George Carlin, Occupation Fool.
Oh, I love George Carlin. I think he's hilarious.
This come out. Oh, yeah, this is the right one. Okay, this is one I'm keeping. And he expanded upon his 7 dirty words you can't say on TV on that one. A Canadian group that probably very few of you know about, but they're one of my favorites. They're out of London, Ontario. The album is called Orbit, and the group is Thunder Mug. It's a weird name for a group, but this one isn't as good as their first one. Their first one is a classic. It's called Strikes. And a single came out in the U.S. called Africa, and it has a really good bass line in it.
They were from
someone in the States would be going, "Oh God, I heard that ages ago, but it disappeared."
Do you know where they came from? Ontario.
Yep.
I mean, it's the city, the place exactly.
The city of London, Ontario.
Ah, London. Oh, okay.
And or maybe like just outside, like
yeah,
like
I know.
St. Thomas, where Johnny L's from. And this part, I don't know. You probably don't recognize this rattly sound.
Can I have a story, please? Thank you.
But a few items from 1973 that you guys are probably not used to.
That's a high old 8-track. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one actually has a lot of stuff from 1973 on it, even though it came out in 1976. This one actually did come out in 1973. And has a lot of top hit stuff of the day.
Wow.
Sound explosion. Couple of real albums on 8-track. This one, yeah, it looks like it's had better days, but it actually still plays quite well.
Oh,
Good,
yeah.
good boy, yeah. Yellow Brick Road.
And like it's really shot. Like the cover's really shot, but the tape is fine. And I think this might be the last one I got just out on the fly. But I don't know if anyone mentioned this one.
No.
No, we didn't.
Charlie Simon and the Secrets come out that year too.
Carly Simon with Mick Jagger on backing vocals of You're So Vain.
Yeah, and this says 1972, but I keep seeing things that say it's 1973. So maybe that was my mistake.
Well, as ever, Record Hound, you show some wonderful verse. Now we can see Mr. Rob Walker really laid back.
I probably put him to sleep, poor guy.
Yeah, not far off.
Anyway, thank you, Record Hound. It's always when you come up, you show some great stuff, and thank you very much for sharing your stuff with us. We really
do you follow British comedy?
Oh, yeah, actually, I do have some here, but it's still scattered in the.
Yeah, I just wondered. That's. I got a not massive, but a decent sized stack of British comedy stuff, but it's all buried behind me. That's the only trouble. If I'd known, I'd have dug it out. I could have showed you a load.
Well, there's a lot that I don't have, but it's just because I don't know it exists. That's all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's sort of a problem here in Canada. A lot of stuff wasn't released, like British or US, and it's more or less just what could I find while I'm digging out there. So I don't know where else I can go on that, but
Do you live close to Toronto?
Oh, we all
yes, I'm
disappeared.
across the lake from Toronto. I'm closer to Niagara Falls.
Oh, which part?
Niagara in St. Catharines.
St. Catharines, yeah. I got part of my family in Welland and in Port Colborne. I know very, very good place. Yeah.
Nice houses out there too.
Yeah, very expensive, yeah. And what record store would you recommend in Toronto? If you
Toronto. It's been a little while since I've been there.
Yeah.
I used to go to a place called Compton Vortex that was on Queen West.
Okay.
But there's one in Oshawa. It's actually Cops Records in Oshawa. It used to be Star Records.
Yeah.
And the guy that owned Star Records was the guy who had the record label Star Records. And
Okay.
that's the label that put out the punk band Forgotten Rebels.
Mm-hmm. In Oshawa,
So
yeah.
what happened was Mike, the owner of Star, died, and the business got sold to Cops, and Cops moved in. So it's apparently quite the discount store, like good deals in there. That's in Oshawa, so it's a little further out from Toronto.
Yeah. I gotta go in Toronto once or twice a year for a job. So I know the big one on Spadina, Sonic Boom, but I was more into like obscure or other. But yeah, I will try that one in Oshawa. Yeah.
Oh, that looks delicious, Stevie. What is
Thanks
that?
for
Oh.
the advice.
This is a great British tradition. I'm just having forced on me. But we've got to finish up the trifle. It's,
the trifle.
Lovely.
Be careful. You might get indigestion because I think Rob Walker's got indigestion by all the faces he's making on this live stream today.
Anyway, making another welcome return. I know he's been very, very busy over the running up to Christmas. It's Simon. Lovely to see you back
Simon.
on.
Simon.
Simon.
There you go.
Simon.
Yeah, doing fine. How are
Anyway,
you?
your, Sergeant Pepper's doing rather well.
Good. It's good to hear.
Yes.
I can see a record hound is a true Canadian. His coffee, his cup of coffee.
Yeah, even though it's soldiers in it.
Actually, Ramold, I was watching the last stream you were on, and I noticed twice a nice young lady slithered out the door behind you with a coffee. You had like at least 2 cups of coffee.
Yeah, it was my wife, and it was a
Brought
cup of
to you.
tea. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very
Brought
lucky.
to you
I know.
on demand. Yeah.
I know what I voted for.
Yes, I guess what you voted for, yes.
I will
Well,
be purchasing one or two of these. There's 5 of them.
It doesn't beat Stevie's how many 12 versions of Quadrophenia?
It's
Oh,
Rob.
I made the top 10.
Anyway, shall we wake up Mr. Walker? Hello. So,
You're
what
right.
have your highlights have been on your channel this year, then, Rob, for you?
I've not really had any highlights. I enjoyed watching Stevie's channel, especially the one when he went on.
Thank you very much, Rob.
That really was different gravy, weren't it? But
Yeah.
everybody here that makes regular videos, so most people put out content every week, and I always watch. So, and I usually comment, but if I don't comment, I am watching. So it's more about what everybody else is doing. I just hope in 2024 I can start making more videos. Really, that's what I'm aiming to do. So,
Yeah, you've had a comment from Cole, Rob. You organised the best final tag of 2023.
Right. Well, I'm working on the new one, so it's only 3 days away. So, thank you, Carl, for that.
Actually, Rob, I got to compliment you on those tags that you come up with, because you come up with some awesome ones.
Well, it's I was watching. So the people, they do sometimes. I was having a bit of a joust with Mazzy the other day. He was saying, about crap questions, and it's not easy to do the tag because you've got to try to please everybody, and if you try and please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. But I was watching some old videos of the vinyl tag from 2016 and 2017, and if you watch some of them, the questions were maybe a little bit, not much imagination, but I just hope everybody sort of jumps in and does it. Is it on Monday? Because last year there was like over 200 people did it, so I set a playlist up on my channel. And,
Is it coming out on the 1st then?
Yeah, someone might put another one out. I don't know. Last year there was a couple that came out, but everyone seemed to jump on the one that I did. So hopefully, but the reason I'm doing it is by accident. Really, there was a guy called Andrew Tales from the Crate who used to do it, and then one year he just didn't do it. I think it was 2022. He just didn't do it, so it was in limbo. So I did one and Stunty did one. So both got done by different people. And then last year I did it and most people jumped on that. There was a few different ones, but that seemed to be the main one. So like I say, hopefully that'll but you never know, someone might jump in before me and do it. And then if people start doing that one, then you lost out, haven't you? But we'll see.
Yeah. I just noticed that Carl Tweed sort of made a comment saying that you pitched the question so that people, beginners could have a go at it, and I think that's exactly right, and I think that's what it has to be.
Yeah, I'm conscious that it's got to be so that, like you say, Mike. I mean, there's been quite a few people who started a channel, like yourself and Andy Ford, and there's been numerous people started channels. They've not all stuck at it because, in some respects, it is difficult to start a channel, but it's even more difficult to keep it going.
Yes,
a lot of people sort of they lose faith. They see other people getting a lot of views, and they think, I'm doing something wrong, and it's easy to find an excuse why not to do a video. So that's why I'm saying, people like Mike, and when Simon does videos, I appreciate it because I always watch them and enjoy them. So, and like I say, that's something I want to do. But if you do the tag, you've got to try and make it a challenge for us people who've been here for a while. But then, because I've had that before, people have said, "Oh, these questions are a bit easy," so you can't please everybody. But
no,
I mean, they're there for everybody to have a go, whether you're a knowledgeable sort of record collector or somebody's new to it.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, you're saying about people having trouble keeping the channel going because they're not feeling very loved or very viewed. But a lot of the problem is not other people, it's not us, it's actually YouTube itself.
Yes.
Because YouTube itself will only put out the impressions so far to so many groups of people. It will only put out on the reach with the shorts, and then it will just shelve it. So, and unless you've got something that's growing and growing and growing, YouTube gives up on you.
Right.
And that is because we're in a niche area. YouTube just loves to drop videos in niche areas.
Right. So what is important to do with you've got a channel? I mean, you said yourself, you've got a lot of traction on your shorts.
If you're bothered about it, but obviously shorts and videos are very different animals,
Yeah. If you want to get a lot of views on your videos, really, you've got to be in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
So, it's a bit boring, but 3-4 years in, you start getting 700 views on your videos, and then after 4 years, you might start hitting 1,000, and then when you've been here 5 years, you might start to get a little bit more. But I think, for YouTube's algorithm to pick you up, you've got to have that 300-400 people who will watch whatever you do.
Yeah.
So if you can get 300-400 views in your first sort of day and a half, I think it catches sort of algorithm.
You're right, yeah.
And then it'll build momentum. But that's not the only thing. I've said it before. I'm not joking. You've got to try and appeal to people who are not in the vinyl community. So your thumbnail is really important. You should spend more time on your thumbnail than on the video if you want people to watch it. Because if you've got a good thumbnail, that's what's going to attract people. You can have the best content in the world, but if you don't have the right thumbnail and picture, I know people ridicule me and say, but I put a picture of myself on the thumbnail because then people who dislike me or like me are going to come to me. That's why I said to Ian about putting himself on the thumbnail.
It'll be interesting next week, Rob, because
look at your last few videos where you're on the thumbnail when you're doing your top 100. Them views on them videos are a lot more than what you normally get.
Yeah,
and that's
they are.
People personalize it.
I totally agree with that. The thumbnail, right? The first catchy thumbnail I had, because I was doing my vinyl deal or no deal video, right? And I thought, what shall I have for the thumbnail? I thought, well, it works best if you just got one record, right? So I just put up the Michael the What's This For Crass cover, right? And I started getting comments from people I know going, "Oh, Steve, are you working in a sex shop or something?" I was like, "What are you talking about? I saw your video." And it seemed to get a ton of views, and I'm sure it was not. The video was a bit crap, so I knew it wasn't the video, and it was the thumbnail. And it took a video I really liked about Susie and the Banshees took forever to overtake that video, because that thumbnail, it's got the sex doll on the cover, and that got people clicking.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I was invited to leave a sex shop once in Tottenham Court Road, London, with me and my mates.
I wasn't trying to start a thread there.
Yeah, we were upsetting the clientele by picking up certain objets d'art, shall we say, and waving them around in the air and asking how much they were. And it became rather upsetting to the person's regular clientele. So we were asked to leave before the old bill were going to be called.
Oh dear!
Were you jousting with them, Nick? Like swords?
Yes.
I had a feeling you were.
Anyway, I'm
Man,
going
we can't tell that to you. That's a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
And anybody got any other sex shop stories?
I think I'm going to tell my my highlights. Obviously, the big one was for me was getting to 1,000 subs. It's a big thing. And the other one is 225,000 views on my channel. But the most important thing for me this year is this stream. And it's not just about me. This is about you guys. You've come up every week and we have so much fun. I've made so many good friends. And you've all been very supportive. Now, this is what the community is about. We talk about and give us ideas. Michael has been supportive and someone I can talk to when I've got an idea. He's always been there. Rob, you've just been fantastic this year. You know, you've given me ideas. Your idea about putting my face on a thumbnail was just absolutely brilliant. And since my face has gone up 400 views on one video in a couple of days, that's your idea. Stevie, again, his idea of making the thumbnail for this live stream bigger, having the photos, put them on the full screen. The views are going up.
Do you know, Ian? Just when you had that big sort of outburst on a certain other channel,
yeah,
and there was a lot of like hoo-ha and what have you. And at that moment, I said to myself, I quite like Ian's channel. I was checking out your channel. I'm going to go on his live stream, and I remember your face when we piled into your live stream. It brought a smile to your face. So I'm glad about that, and I'm glad you welcomed us in.
Yeah, this is a really nice live stream. We've had so many, I know, and people like Michael in Japan. We've got Record Hound who comes in and supports the channel. Ramal supports the channel. There are so many people that have supported that. So I'm going to say one person that really has helped grow my channel, and that was Rachel. So a big shout out for Rachel today for getting me where I am and getting a lot of people that go on hers come over and watch hers. But it's just, yeah.
We are
everybody. So I just a big thank you for everybody that has supported the channel. And there's a big shout. He's not here tonight because he's got family. We haven't got to forget about Dave, because Dave is the engine room to this channel. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without Dave's help, because I have so much going on. I need someone to keep me down at a level peg. So that's my highlights. What am I doing in 2024? Well, I'm going to do a bit more out and about myself. I'm in negotiations with 2 record shops in Northampton. Like Michael said, going to talk to independent record. I'm going to do that for Northampton, because Northampton has got such a huge history of music, and we had so many independent record shops, and we're down to about 3. And we've only got a couple of major ones now. It's not good, So I want to promote these guys and get people coming from the surrounding area into Northampton to come and see these great record shops. Doing little bits. I mean, I put a video up of Rocky opening presents. 300 people watched it on Christmas. I couldn't believe it, that 300 people wanted to watch Rocky opening up his Christmas present. My shorts have done well as well, so it's just a big thank you to everybody, and especially you guys that come up here week in, week out and make this a growing. It's not going off in streaks yet, but we're gradually getting momentum and people are watching afterwards. So huge thank you to every one and single one of you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. Anyway, well, let's have a see what Simon's got to say. What's your highlights of the year?
Highlights? Well, I haven't said anything. Well, nothing really. Just sort of going along as normal, really. Nothing like out there, you know. Just glad to be a part of it and keep going. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me next year. It'll probably be my last year, to be honest with you. You know, I'm kind of, I'm a bit kind of bored of it. You know what I mean? And, we'll see. We'll see. You know.
Well, we love. I mean, we love Helmet. We love your random card videos. They're always a good fun.
Yeah, I know. I think you get so many years into doing the channel, don't you? But you kind of know he's not going to go anywhere as such. He's not going to become any. Well, if it does get bigger, it's not going to make much of a difference, is it? So it's kind of like you go so far into it, and then it's like, you know, you get kind of bored and a bit stuck sometimes. And this
But
is just,
surely there's something interesting you know, because you are interested in stuff.
I mean, there will be something which will inspire me to make a video, you know, no doubt. But I don't know when it's going to happen, or you know, how many times it's going to sort of lift me to get me to do a video. So I mean, I make a load of videos like on my week off, and then I put them out there weekly. So a lot of my stuff I do put out is generally old videos. So and that tends to work. You know, it gives me kind of a break in a way, because I make a load of videos, put them all out there after so many weeks, and then I kind of have a break. So that kind of works quite nicely. But anyhow, you know, we'll see. Keep going, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you're a vital part of this stream. You know, you're just right for this stream. You know, you've had your stick over the year, and
yeah,
but you're part of this. This is.
To be honest with you, I think this is the best part of YouTubing now. You know, I think people are kind of a bit kind of bored with the whole channel and making content. They're looking for other things. You know, this is the real sort of avenue a lot of us are falling into now, isn't it? Doing live streams. And it seems a lot more satisfying to do these live streams than it is making content. If being honest, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I love doing this live stream. I don't care if only 7 or 8 people are watching it live. It's when people watch it afterwards, which for me is as important as actually people watching it live. It's the people that watch it afterwards, which is important.
Yeah, that's 2 hours they can't get back in it.
Yeah. The other highlight of the year is finding a Christmas decoration, all just for Rob. I know I've shown it before. That is dedicated to Rob.
Yeah,
this is not a fake. Yeah.
Everyone's getting a little bit sort of pessimistic about the channels, but the good news is I'm going nowhere, so I'm going to do more content in 2024. But I do agree with Simon to some degree. I could go like 10 weeks and do no videos, but if I'm going on the odd live stream, it feels like I'm still putting content out, if you like. You know, people can still sort of see me. But next year, I really want to start putting more content out. So I've got loads of ideas. I was a bit, you know, it's always, it's not worrying, but you want people to continue with the channel because, you know, the friendships, you know, they grow, don't they? And, you know, I'm sure Simon can still come on here, even if he didn't have a channel. But even if you just put bits of content out, I don't think you should be fixated with having to put a video out all the time. Just put the odd video out.
Yeah, yeah.
I totally agree.
It's all important. We all have, you know, I must put out the most ever, but I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I do it. But even if you just put one out now and again, people will look forward to you, Simon, because you've got you've got this real nice personality, and you're passionate about what you talk about.
Yeah.
So don't get too disheartened, mate, because you are part of the VC.
I'm not going anywhere. I think I'm going to sort of slow down a bit and put the occasional video out. Like you said. So
this feels like therapy. Are we in therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah.
Rob is right though. It's not a matter of just putting a video up every week. It's a matter of putting something interesting. And if you don't feel like it for a couple of weeks, then you don't want your channel to slide, but you also want to be able to just post when you want. And now that I got this thing back, I can actually make videos again.
I mean, we need a lot of variety in people, and there's with Simon, there's not enough 90s kids around, so you can see what the 90s.
That's it. I agree with you, Stevie. I rely on Simon for 90s. He seems to know more about the 90s than I. So when he puts stuff out, I always watch it and take note, because watching his videos has gave me some ideas for my rankings.
Yeah.
The stuff to listen to. And going back to what Nick said about going down rabbit holes, I've been down so many rabbit holes this year. It's unreal. The big one for me was Fela Kuti. That was a huge one to go down, and I'm so glad I went down that one. Anyway, what about you, Record Hound? What are your highlights of 2023 for you?
Well, this year in April 1st, I had started my channel, and I just started uploading videos of restorations that I've done, because that's more or less what I like to do. Take up scratchy records or bad recordings and improve them, or at least maybe actually restore them. And I started this year, April 1st, and it's just been like every couple weeks or so, I would put out maybe a couple videos, maybe just one. But, I was trying to make it a little more interesting, throw some facts and pop-up facts and stuff like that. But really, it was a way for me to start showing off what I've been doing for years. And really, I've been getting better response from people in the vinyl community, as well as just random people showing up on my channel. So I have like maybe 125 subs, and like what Rob was saying, I really appreciate hearing that you got to stick it in for a couple more years, before you start to get some traction. So I'm not putting any heavy expectations on anything to do with my channel. Just glad that some people like what's going on it.
That's it. I mean, for us, when the first time you came on this stream doing your comedy thing, everybody loved it. And I think that's something that I might introduce a bit more of the other arts. I want to do some stuff more on comedy. So I think me and you at some time in 2024 have got to do something on comedy.
I'd love to. Despite a lot of the people in the VC crapping all over comedy, I find that a lot of people have comedy records. So it's like,
we've got to, I think comedy and comedy videos and DVDs. I think I want to do a little bit more of that this year, and that'll reflect in some of my retro rankings, top 10s. It's going to be a bit more variation than just bands, or it's going to be a bit more TV.
And a great strength of the UK VC is, let's face it, taking the piss.
Yes, I agree. Totally.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Maybe some people say it's our only strength.
Yeah,
I love that.
I mean, the thing about comedy is that comedy sort of transcends the VC. It might be comedy on vinyl records, but it's comedy first and foremost, isn't it? And I don't know about anybody else, but sort of comedy, sitcoms, and in particular, they kind of map out my life a little bit. And you kind of remember, you remember the sitcoms that are on the telly when you're a kid, and
Yeah.
You know, sort of later on, and it's something that is of general interest. It's not really a VC thing, and like Rob was saying, you know, if you go beyond sort of just showing vinyl records, then that's probably a recipe for success, isn't it?
When I think of UK VC, I also think of Rising Damp. You know.
What?
Rising Damp was a very, very popular sitcom.
Oh, Miss Jones, Miss Jones.
Yeah. Last of the Summer Wide, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was going to say, before home video got to be really big, all the sitcoms were coming out on vinyl.
Yeah.
That was just a common thing. And I have lots of, you know, sitcom records, but not many people want to hear them because you can actually see them now at home.
There's just making big. There, a little bit of Miss Jones.
The best sitcom in the
Miss
world.
Jones, Miss Jones.
Wow,
He
I
was
don't know
brilliant, old Leonard Rossiter.
The best of British.
Absolutely stunning stuff. Anyway, we've been now going for 2 hours and 21 minutes. My name's not George. As much as it was an absolute thing. So this is the last stream of 2023.
Do we all start singing Old Lang Syne now?
If you want to start it, Nick, you can.
No, I can't.
We can do that,
I can't bloody sing for toffee. There, Michael, I found another one for you.
Gary Newman.
Oh, that's nice. Is that Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a single, huh?
Yeah, 7-inch single.
Anyway, I think we should do what we normally do, and that's hold up a record or a glass or something. I've got to find. I know which one I'm going to hold up.
Hang on.
Hold up your beer bottle, Simon. You're absolutely right for that.
May I have some more swill, sir? More swill for Stevie.
I'm going to get some more trifle after this. Oh,
thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think on the behalf of the panel, I'm going to wish everybody a prosperous 2024.
May old acquaintance be forgotten.
We can't remember the words.
Yeah.
God save the king. God save the king.
God save the king. That's even better. Anyway, this has been a fantastic year for this live stream. Thank you very much for everyone watching. We'll be back in 2024. I've got a couple of more specials on the channel. We've got a bloopers on Sunday of all my cock-ups, which will be fun. So
that'll be a long video, then.
Yeah. Quite long. So thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you all in 2024.
All stand.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Thank you very much. On that note, we'll end it. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. See you.
Happy New Year.